Good evening, everybody, and Happy New Year from NewsRadio WJPF, your Carterville Lions sports. Steve McKenzie and my broadcast partner, Scott Hudson. Happy New Year to you, bud.
Happy New Year to you as well. We've made it to another one.
Somehow, some way we have, and we're getting right back into river-to-river conference play tonight. Nashville comes to town, 11-4. Scott, this is a team that does not give up many points at all.
No, they don't, but they also don't score a lot of points. This is going to be more like a chess match tonight than maybe a track meet. Nashville treats every possession like gold. They will run the clock. They will get backdoor cuts. They're not worried about scoring 50, 60 points. They can score 40 and win because they give up somewhere in the 30s. So this is going to be a very intriguing game here tonight.
Nashville averages 46 points a game. They allow just 32 points a game. Carterville has that advantage coming into this as they've been averaging about 52 points a game through their first 13 games of the season. Carterville coming off a fifth-place finish at the El Dorado Holiday Tournament. It's what they were picked to finish, and they did. Yeah,
they got the people that seeded the tournament got it right. I think Carterville played maybe their two best games of the season last Saturday in wins over Frankfort and El Dorado. Carterville has now won 7 of their last 9, and just as important, Carterville's win over El Dorado was their first win this season over a team with a winning record. So Carterville's got a lot to build on coming off that holiday tournament.
The one disappointment, I think, from the El Dorado tournament was the loss to Heron. That was a game that Carterville could have won, and truthfully, they should have won. Heron got the win 59-48, but they win 3 out of 4. They're a game over 500 for the first time in 3 years at 7-6, and they're tied with Pinckneyville. They're tied with Nashville atop that river-to-river conference.
Yeah, usually it's just the two teams, Pinckneyville and Nashville, but they got company this year in the Carterville Lions, and boy, if Carterville could come here tonight, pull the upset, that would really shake things up on the Mississippi side of the river-to-river.
Yes, it would, and we're going to have all the action for you coming up here in about 12 minutes or so. Just moments ago, I had a chance to talk to head coach Shane Hawkins during the JV game, speaking of which, Nashville won the JV game 49-37. So we got to talk a moment about the El Dorado Holiday Tournament, this Nashville squad, and when we come back, we will hear from the head coach of the Carterville Lions, Shane Hawkins. This is your Family Drug pregame show. Carterville Lions basketball is on News Radio WJPF.
I'm getting cutouts too, lots of little ones. Turn your master down, although I've already got you pretty far up. I hope that will help the situation because I'm sure Murphy would not be helping.
Okay. Let's see if there's anything I can do here. It's because that band is playing in the background, I think.
By the way, I don't know if there was anything you did or not, or my connection was funky, but this is playing way louder in the right channel than it is the left channel.
Yeah, I don't know because it's an app on my phone, so.
I mean, it's bouncing that meter a little bit, but nowhere near what it normally does. So I can't do anything
Yeah, it's kind of weird.
Yeah, we'll see if it happens again. I mean, the Optima will pull up that other channel, okay? Let me know if you want it back or spot.
Go on and run spots. That's fine. Back at Carterville High School, Dave McKenzie along with Scott Hudson as the Lions host the Nashville Hornets. I said to Scott, to Coach Shane Hawkins moments ago, Scott Hudson, I wish for like just a couple of years that Carterville could go 6'5", 6'5", 6'5" like Nashville. And that really plays into how they play defense. They shut down the passing lane. They try to shut down the guard play. And like he said, they don't worry about getting up and like you said, getting up into the 50s and 60s. They're happy to score 30.
Yeah, they would. This, you know, we always talk about basketball, any sport, but in particular basketball, being a physical and a mental game. I think this, when you play Nashville, it becomes more of a mental game, especially defensively. They are going to make you play defense for long periods of time on each possession. And you have to be aware, if you're Carterville, you have to be aware where your man's at all times. They love to run the back door. They value each possession like gold. And Carterville has got to be, they've just got to be in this game mentally from the very start.
And talk about the importance of the guard play when you're facing a team like Nashville. You got to get that outside scoring because that can break down their defense.
Now they've got their two guards, 5'9" and 6'1", so not overly big. But you talk about the three guys on the inside, all 6'5". Two of those are seniors. I think one thing you got to do, or I don't want to say it's imperative, but would help Carterville if they're going to pull the upset, make Nashville play from behind. Make them have to maybe play up-tempo a little bit more than they want to. Get them out of their comfort zone. If Carterville could play with the lead most of tonight, then I think they have a shot to pull the upset.
In the last 3 games at the El Dorado Holiday Tournament, we saw improved play from Carterville's guards as Bryce Anderson averaging about 14.5 points those last 3 games. He was deadly from the outside.
Well, and that's something that Carterville really needed, is to have somebody besides Connor Hawkins coming off the bench and giving them offense. Bryce Anderson, his shot was starting to come together. I thought Carson Pearson hit some big threes, but I also thought Carson Pearson played very good defense. So we saw some positives in those last 2 games. Now it's a matter, can they become consistent?
And they've had a week to practice with Coach Shane Hawkins and his staff to kind of go through what they learned at the El Dorado Holiday Tournament. As we're getting into the meat of the conference schedule now. We're going to start going 2-3 nights a week for the next several weeks. We have the Superman Classic Tournament that's going to be coming up. That's going to be at least 3 games down there. So it's a busy time of the year, and now is when teams want they should be done with their preparations. Now is when they really work on refining their game and playing to their strengths and trying to eliminate those weaknesses.
Yeah, I think you've got to eliminate the problems that were occurring early in the season, like a lot of turnovers. You know, you've got to take care of things at the free throw line. And Coach Hawkins has shortened his bench to 7 players. That's all he plays or has been playing. You know, Laird, I guess I should say Laird, Connor Hawkins, and Caden Hawkins come off the bench. So that's basically your 8 that's going to play every night. And everybody knows their role now. There should be no questions on what's expected of me. Everybody knows their role. Everybody's got to get better going forward.
Absolutely. As both teams come into tonight's game 2-0 in conference, along with those Pinckneyville Panthers, who are number 2 in the state in Class 1A. They're a fantastic team. We're going to be seeing Pinckneyville coming up here in the near future as well. But tonight, it's all about Nashville. Nashville, 6'5" along the front line, around 6 foot at the guard play, and should be a lot of fun. Carterville, again, averages 51 points a game. Nashville averages 46, but they hold teams to just over 32 points a game. So we'll see how this pans out tonight here in river-to-river conference action. Both teams are back out on the floor. We're going to go on and take our final break here on our Murphy Wall State Bank pregame show. When we come back, we'll have the starting lineups and the tip-off as the Nashville Hornets are in Carterville to take on the Carterville Lions here on News Radio WJPF. Will do. Did the cutout stop?
Yeah, it seems like it. We'll keep an eye on it. I got you cranked up pretty high, so I don't know how much more you can turn it down, but yeah, it was better that way.
Job well done by the Carterville High School band on the national anthem here tonight. A great crowd has filed in. Nashville especially, man, they have traveled well here to Carterville, Scott Hudson, and they always do.
Well, they've done a lot of traveling this year. You go back to the football season, going all the way to the state championships in 2A. Travel's nothing to them. They've followed a very good football team. Now they're following one of the best basketball teams in Class 2A.
And, of course, they're 11-4 overall. They're 2-0 in conference. Carterville comes in tonight. They're a game over 500, 7-6. Of course, dropped 4 in the Pyramid Plus to start, but they've really rebounded, and for the first time in, I think Coach said, 3.5 years, we're a game over 500.
Well, you have to start somewhere. You have to. This is the building blocks. Now you're getting to the point where you're playing a very, very good team in Nashville. They're a big team, as we talked about, but Carterville has to come in here thinking they can win this game, and this should be a good one.
Here on the pregame, before they announce the starting lineups, they're introducing and recognizing Abby Crane, the daughter of girls head coach Matt Crane. She scored her 1,000th point the other night in a win, and just is fantastic. Of course, Carterville girls, our 103.5 ESPN Team of the Week. They're 16-1. They won the Benton tournament, and they're just having an outstanding season. Janiah Thompson's going to SIU, and it's nice to see Abby pick up some recognition here tonight.
Well, they've lost one game this year to a bigger school, and so I would think that they're a side set on going to the state tournament. They've got the talent, obviously, and they play bigger schools early in the year as well. So I think you're going to be talking about Carterville girls basketball for some time.
They're going to be at home coming up on Tuesday night here at Carterville High School. The starting lineups for Coach Wayne Hari and his Nashville Hornets are being introduced. They're going to go with the 5'10 guard, Tristan Hercules, 6'1 junior guard. I love this name, Buzz Ritzel. And I'll call him Buzz Lightyear at some point. Jackson Goforth, the 6'5 junior forward, the 6'5 senior guard, Carson Parker, and the 6'5 senior forward, Terry Pelchinski. That is the starting lineup. Hercules, Ritzel, Goforth, Parker, Pelchinski for Coach Wayne Hari and the Nashville Hornets.
Pelchinski is also their best three-point shooter, hitting almost 39% of his threes. Though their three big men can go out on the perimeter. They're not just strictly guys in the paint. So that creates a little bit of a mismatch for Carterville because Carterville's guards just aren't that big, and a couple of their big men aren't real quick.
For the Carterville Lions, the starting lineup, Coach Shane Hawkins has stayed pretty steady with his starters, especially over since the return of Austin Garby, as the 6'4 junior Eli Downen, he was selected to the El Dorado Holiday Tournament All-Tournament team. He was the only selection from Carterville, and I agree with you, Scott. Bryce Anderson should have been in that team as well.
Yeah, I thought Bryce had a very good tournament. I thought Carson Pearson played well, especially on the defensive end. Unfortunately, defense doesn't usually get you on an all-tournament team, but I thought those three had very good tournaments.
Austin Garby, the starter, Preston Sumner, Carson Pearson, Bryce Anderson, and Eli Downen to go for Coach Shane Hawkins. And this Carterville Lions team, they're perfect 2-0 in conference. Those two wins came on the road at Anna Jonesboro, 53-48. And prior to that, it was a win over DuQuoin, 54-45. That was back on the 13th of December. But now we're into the meat of conference schedule. It's what we'll be having for the next couple of weeks before the Superman Classic in Metropolis. The seedings for that are going to be, we did the math on this. I think they come out on Thursday.
Well, you took your shoe off and you counted on your toes.
I did. So coming up this next weekend, we'll have where the Carterville Lions will be seated in the Superman Classic down in Massac County. Dave McKenzie, Scott Hudson, both teams are on the floor. The officials are ready, and we appreciate you tuning in, as always, to Carterville Lions basketball here on News Radio WJPF. The live stream is up and rolling as well. Just search Nashville Hornets at Carterville Lions, and you're set to go as the Hornets win the tip, and Tristan Hercules He's the point guard. He'll run the offense for Coach Wayne Hari. They get it down on the right low block, spin move, and nice double team by the Lions cuts off that move on the low block, and they work it back around top, and it's going to be a turnover on the Nashville Hornets to start this game out.
Yeah, kind of an unforced error. They try to go back to the point, but threw it in the backcourt. Good job by Sumner. Get off his man and help out on the baseline and force Nashville to have to throw the ball across court.
For the Lions, they're in their home whites here tonight, moving left to right on your radio dial. No score. We're just underway, 30 seconds in after the turnover by the Nashville Hornets. Bryce Anderson takes it to the right elbow, fires from right there, and he's on the board. And as I said, Bryce Anderson's been averaging about 14 points over the last 3 games.
It's all about confidence, and he's got a lot of it right now.
Yeah, he's going up strong and banging them home as the Hornets have the basketball. Jackson Goforth. They work it over toward the left wing. That is Carson Parker. Now back to the right side where you have Hercules up top. Between the circles with the right-hand dribble, that's Buzz Ritzel. He has it on the left wing, fakes a head shot, or head fakes the three-point shot. Back to Hercules. Hercules dribbles inside the arc. Top of the circle it goes to Terry Pilzinski. Now back to Hercules. Takes it in the lane. Big step. And a whistle and a foul. I thought that looked like a travel. 2 possessions, 2 turnovers on the Nashville Hornets.
Yeah, good job by Carterville. They're in the man-to-man, but they're doing a good job of keeping everything in front of them.
Lions lead it by a bucket, 2-0. Carson Pearson. He works between the circles. Needs some help. Gets it from Garby. Garby can't handle the pass. That's a turnover on Carterville. Quickly the other way. Nice pass to Buzz Ritzel. He misses, but the putback is good from Carson Parker. We have a 2-2 ball game.
One thing Carterville's got to do tonight, you cannot let this team have second chance opportunities on missed shots.
And you cannot turn the ball over as Austin Garby takes it strong to the hole, lays it up and under. He's on the board. Carterville leads 4-2.
I don't know how he contorts his body sometimes.
I know. A lot of yoga, I would assume.
Yeah. I eat a lot of yogurt, but I don't think that's the same thing.
Completely different ball game there. Nashville into the front court. They trail by a bucket, 4-2. Into the lane, short jumper from Carson Parker is good. He's got all 4 of the Hornets' points.
He's a good ball player, averaging 15 and a half a game.
The 6'5 senior, and the ball is, there's a foul on the Hornets here just below us at Carterville High School. It's going to be on Carson Parker. He picks up his first foul, first team foul, and at the line is going to be the 5'8 junior, Bryce Anderson, shooting 2. His first free throw rims out. This Lions broadcast is brought to you by Charlie's Air Conditioning and Heating in downtown Carterville for over 30 years. Charlie's can handle any heating or cooling system issue. Just call 985-2502. 4-4 ball game, 5.5 remaining in the first quarter. Anderson's second free throw is good. Bryce has 3 in the game. Carterville leads by 1, 5-4. Tristan Hercules matched up on Carson Pearson. Boy, at the El Dorado Holiday Tournament, Pearson did an outstanding job defensively for the Carterville Lions. So he's on the point guard. Nashville's going to work it around the perimeter. That's Jackson Goforth. Now to the right wing where Pelzinski takes over. Hercules now to the left corner. Sets the pick for Isaac Turner just into the game for the Nashville Hornets, and a foul is going to be called on Carterville's Bryce Anderson.
Anderson went for the steal, got there just a little late.
If you haven't heard, the Houston Texans won the wild card game earlier. Overtime field goal over the Buffalo Bills. Nashville, Tennessee. And the New England Patriots currently underway in the NFL playoffs. 5-4 here. Lions up 1. 4:47, Nashville ball on the far side. Nashville in their road blues with the white lettering. Hercules, top of the circle, right-hand dribble. Shake and bake up top. Pearson on him defensively, takes it to the hole, doesn't get it to fall. And Bryce Anderson loses the handle on the basketball. It's going to give it right back. Nope, a foul is called. That is on Hercules as he got into Bryce Anderson's back. And Carterville basketball, far side of the court.
Yeah, Hercules had a wide open layup and missed it. Let's see if Carterville can take advantage of it.
Bryce Anderson to that is Eli Downen. First time we've mentioned the big guy. He was the all-tournament team at the El Dorado Holiday Tournament, the only Carterville player on that team. An outstanding tournament. Scott and I would love heading over to El Dorado's. Carterville's Austin Garby throws the ball away. Nashville takes it the other way. Hercules in the paint. Left-hand layup off the bottom of the iron, and Eli Downen grabs the rebound for the Lions. He'll bring it back the other way. Under 4 to play. Carterville up 1. It's 5-4. On the right side, Bryce Anderson down low. Preston Sumner, drop step, up and off the iron, too strong, and the rebound to the Nashville Hornets. Carson Parker. Garby on him defensively. To Hercules, now they head to the left side. Up top, now to the right. Hercules picks it up there, pass on the cutting. Carson Parker, nice pass down low, and easy conversion for Parker.
That's what they do so well. They wait, and then they'll find somebody cutting to the basket that's wide open.
Their intent is to wear your defense out or have you get lost in their offense, and that's exactly what happened there. Downen's on the floor. The ball's tied up. Oh, his foot went out of bounds. The ball is going to stay. Actually, it's going to be a turnover and give the ball to the Carterville Lions. They'll take it the other way. As they say, or it'll stay with the Lions. I apologize. Garby takes the inbound pass from Anderson. He steps inside the arc and fires. That's off the back of the iron, and a push foul is going to be called on Nick Laird.
Yeah, he didn't get good position, and so he'll pick up his first.
Tony Cruz from last year's team is in the building. He just walked in. He's graduated a year ago. 6-5 the score here. Nashville leads by 1. 2:50 remaining here in the opening quarter. This river-to-river conference clash. Both these teams 2-0. Long three from the top of the keys, no good. That taken by Goforth, and the Lions come running the other way. Garby to Downen. He's going to launch it from 3. Off the iron, doesn't get it to fall. Sumner had the ball right off the tip, his fingertips. And Hercules winds up with it for Nashville.
Yeah, if he goes up, I think he scores. Or if he can control it, I think he goes up and scores, but he just could not control it.
The shot from Carson Parker's good spin move. He's got 8, all 8 of the Hornets' best points here in the game. And Nicholas Laird steps on the end line here just below us, and that's going to give the ball to the Nashville Hornets.
That's one of those plays where Nicholas came into the front court quickly. You have no help. You have nobody there with you. You tried to force something that wasn't there.
Carterville's got 3 turnovers. Nashville has 3 turnovers. But the Hornets lead it by 3, 8-5, 2 minutes remaining in the opening quarter. Caden Hawkins preparing to check in for the Carterville Lions as he heads to the scorer's bench. Nashville ball. They have the ball on the low block. Spin move, kick pass to the left corner. Hercules for 3. That's off the iron, and down in another rebound for Carterville. He brings it up the floor with the left-hand dribble. Into the paint. Step back, leaves it for Bryce Anderson. Minute 35 remaining here in the opening quarter. Anderson gets it to Laird. Top of the circle, outside the arc, drives in the paint, kicks it to Anderson on the right wing. Down low to Garby. He dribbles his way underneath, puts it up, gets fouled, and will go to the line and shoot 2 free throws as the foul is going to be number 2 on Carson Parker.
Yeah, if you can get Parker out of the game at any point, you got to take advantage of it. He's been everything for them offensively here in this first quarter.
Well, Coach Wayne Hari, who strolls back and forth on the sideline here at Carterville, will he go in and replace Parker? Not yet, not made that move. He does now as Garby misses the field free throw.
Carterville 1 of 3 from the line.
Jackson Goforth replaces Parker. Caden Hawkins replaces Preston Sumner, who gets a blow to the Carterville bench. The second free throw from Garby is no good. And the rebound comes off to the Nashville Hornets. Nice outlet pass down low. They get it to Buzz Ritzel. He kicks it out to the left wing. Now back up top to Hercules. Tristan Hercules, the 5'10 senior guard for the Nashville Hornets. Over to the right side. They try to work the baseline. They dribble out, kick it to the left side. Now to the left wing. Three-pointer is no good. And the rebound to Bryce Anderson for Carterville. Under a minute to play. It's a three-point game. Nashville leads 8-5. Anderson to Caden Hawkins. His first touch of the game. Back around top. It goes to Anderson. Now to Eli Downen toward the left wing. 42 seconds remaining. Try to get the cutters coming through the lane for the Lions. Downen is going to reset the offense. Gets it to Bryce Anderson toward the right wing. 33 seconds remaining. Anderson to Garby, right corner. Up top to Nick Laird. Laird now to the left side. That's Caden Hawkins. Back to Garby on the right wing. Inside the arc, into the paint. Leaves it for Anderson. Launches for three. Good. 19 seconds. Carterville just ties it up. 8-8.
Bryce Anderson, 5 points here in the first quarter.
10 seconds. Nashville playing for the last shot of the first quarter. Anderson breaks down a defender, kicks it to the left wing. Baseline drive, leaves it down low. It's out of bounds, and it's going to stay with the Hornets with 0.9 seconds remaining here in the first quarter.
Great play by Anderson coming down from the top of the key, helping out and knocking that ball out of bounds.
Nashville's basketball, time to get a shot off. Up top it goes to Ritzel at the buzzer, no good. And at the end of the first quarter, we are all tied at 8. Second quarter action next on News Radio WJPF. Let me make one switch here real quick. I'm going to log out real quick. Be right back. Are you there? I am now, yes. Okay. As we head to the second quarter, we have a tie ball game. Scott Hudson, 8-8.
Good first quarter by Carterville. They had 3 turnovers. Nashville had 3 turnovers. Carterville shot 60% from the field in the first quarter. Only 36% for Nashville, but they did attempt 6 more shots from the field than Carterville.
Carterville has the ball as we start play here in the second quarter. This river-to-river conference game, and a push foul is going to be called on Bryce Anderson out top as he was making a cut in front of Tristan Hercules. That's going to be Anderson's second foul.
Yeah, Bryce cannot afford to get in early foul trouble, but now he's going to have to come out. Carson Pearson coming in.
On the floor right now, it's Austin Garby, Pearson, Caden Hawkins, Nicholas Laird, and Eli Downen. Nashville's first touch of the second quarter. Tristan Hercules, the left-hand dribble, has Pearson on him defensively. Takes it just inside the arc at the free throw line. Gets it back on the left wing. He's going to fire from 3 again. Air ball into the hands of Caden Hawkins. He's on the run. Breaks it across midcourt. Behind the back dribble to the left block. Kicks it up top to Eli Downen. Down in the right-hand dribble, gets it to Garby. Garby leaves it for Carson Pearson on the right wing. Tie ball game at 8, Carterville basketball. Eli Downen between the circles. He has Pelzinski on him. To Garby, he takes it to the right block, throws it up off the glass, no good. Rebound to Carson Parker of the Hornets. Left-hand dribble, gets an opening. Cut off nicely by the Carterville defense. Leaves it for the right-hand layup for Terry Pelzinski.
And a charge.
And a charging foul is called on number 33 of the Nashville Hornets.
Yeah, Caden Hawkins, the freshman, said, "Oh no, here he comes," but I got to take it, and he did.
Well, Caden Hawkins, who stands 5'8", and Terry Pelzinski, who stands 6'5", that's a mismatch. I think that's what you would call that.
That is a definite mismatch.
Into the game for the Hornets, it will be Neil Cabot, the 6'2 senior. He's matched up on Preston Sumner just below us. Nicholas Laird fires from about 15, and it's Tristan Hercules, he gets the rebound on the missed shot. We're tied at 8 here in the second quarter. Left wing it goes. Ritzel to Parker. Now up top, Pelzinski's going to fire from 3. That's off the front of the iron, and Preston Sumner grabs the board for the Lions.
Nashville's missed their last 5 shots from the field, but Carterville's having trouble taking advantage of that.
We're tied at 8. About a minute 45 into the second quarter. Carterville's basketball. Carson Pearson left wing. The pass is kicked by Tristan Hercules. This Lions broadcast is brought to you by City of Carterville, Mayor Brad Robinson, the entire City of Carterville, proud sponsors and supporters of Lions Sports. And if you haven't done so, download the free app you can get for the City of Carterville. Important information there, upcoming events, all provided on that app. Tie ball game at 8. Turnover on the Lions. Downing's pass tipped away. Taking it the other way. The right-hand layup is good from Buzz Ritzel. He's on the board. He's the only second player from Nashville to score in this game.
Carterville with 5 turnovers now.
Downing's short jumper partially blocked and winds up in the hands of the Nashville Hornets. Carson Parker, he's going to bring it across the timeline. Has Caden Hawkins on him. Takes it to the free throw line, fires. That's off the front of the iron. And Preston Sumner grabs the board for Carterville.
Nashville's not shooting the ball well at all, but Carterville, again, has not taken advantage of it.
We have a timeout on the floor. I think it's taken by Coach Shane Hawkins. It's going to be a 30. We'll be back. This is Lions basketball on News Radio WJPF. Okay. I switched Wi-Fis. Back at Carterville High School, Dave McKenzie along with Scott Hudson. The Hornets lead the Lions 10-8 at the 5:22 mark. Coming out of the timeout called by Coach Shane Hawkins. Left side, it's Nick Laird. That pass is kicked out of bounds, and Carterville hanging right there with the Hornets.
They're hanging in there. I really feel like Carterville should be leading this game right now. Carterville's had a tough time getting shots on the inside, and we have a travel on Laird. That is now 6 turnovers. You cannot do that against a good team.
No, you can't. This Lions broadcast brought to you by American Monument Company, located on South Court Street in Marion, where their monuments have that special touch. Hornets basketball, Carson Parker for the Hornets. Steps across midcourt, right side to Pelzinski. Gets it back to Parker. Nice backdoor cut to Kabat, and he gets fouled and will go to the line and shoot a couple of free throws.
Yeah, this will be the first free throws of the game for Nashville.
Caden Hawkins just picked up his first foul.
But that's a good foul.
Yeah.
You kept him from scoring, make him go to the free throw line and earn it.
Free throw is good. Carterville's had a week off after the El Dorado Holiday Tournament. Second from the 6'2". Senior from Nashville was good. And it's a four-point ball game for the Hornets. They lead 12-8 at the 4:50 mark. May have been partially blocked, and he takes a push on the other end. It's in the hands of Buzz Ritzel. Ritzel to the right side, Carson Parker on the right wing. Left-hand dribble, spin move down to the block. His shot is partially blocked from Eli Downen, and the ball winds up in the hands of the Lions, Caden Hawkins. He takes it to the right elbow. Fights his way inside, but they call him for a walk. Turnover number 7 on the Lions. Garby's going to check in for Nick Laird. Bryce Anderson's going to check in to replace Caden Hawkins. And Caden hears from his dad as he walks up in front of the bench.
Yep. A freshman's going to make mistakes, but you just have to live with him. He's a good ball player.
It was a good thought. He just traveled with the ball. Carterville trails by 4 at the 3:20 mark. Nashville's basketball. Ritzel has it over on the right side, gets it to Pelzinski, back to Ritzel. Ritzel, top of the key, it goes to Isaac Turner. Back to Ritzel and now to Hercules. Hercules turns around and we have a timeout that is taken by Coach Wayne Hari and the Nashville Hornets. It's going to be a 30-second timeout as well. 14-10 the score. The Hornets lead the Carterville Lions on News Radio WJPF.
Still holding, hardly any cutoffs that last time. We'll hope that helped.
Good. Coming up at halftime, which is about 3 minutes away, we're supposed to talk to Carterville Athletic Director Brett Dial, as it was announced today, or became public, that the Pyramid Plus tournament is no more. Carterville had plans to pull out of the tournament, and we got the word today that the Pyramid Plus is going to be falling apart. Where will the Lions go? We'll talk to Athletic Director Brett Dial coming up at half on our Murphy Wall State Bank halftime show. Carterville trails Nashville by 4, 14-10 at the 2:44 mark. Nashville with the basketball. Tristan Hercules takes the handoff. He'll reset as he stands on the logo at midcourt here at Carterville High School. Nice pass down low from the left wing to Hercules. He's able to bank it home. That's his first bucket of the game. It's a 6-point lead for Nashville.
Just a little pick play underneath, and Hercules got the easy reverse layup.
Nick Laird is back into the game. He has it on the right wing for the Lions. Austin Garby cuts through the lane, leaves it for Laird. Laird takes it. He was trying to get the foul. The shot winds up in the hands of Garby. His left-hand layup is no good, but he's fouled and will go to the line.
Carterville only 1 of 4 from the free throw line. What game was it? I think it was the Heron game at El Dorado where Carterville.
33%,
wasn't it? They ended up, I think, around 50% because they shot better in the second half. But this is, I'm going to say it, Dave, it's woeful.
It's woeful. And it's unusual for a Lions team. They're typically a decent free throw shooting team.
You got an opportunity to score points with the clock stopped.
Garby misses both free throws for the Lions. So they can't make up any ground on the 6-point lead from the Hornets. 2 minutes remaining. Nashville's basketball. Hercules up top. He takes a look back to Coach Wayne Hari. The Nashville bench. Nashville 11-4 on the season. They're a perfect 2-0 in conference. The Lions are a game over 500 for the first time in 3 years. And they're 2-0 in conference. Over to the left wing, left corner. 3-ball is good from Carson Parker, his first three-pointer of the game.
Yeah, and it extends that Nashville lead to 9 points.
Just exactly the type of game you would expect with Nashville. A very low-scoring first half. Connor Hawkins is into the game. Thought about shooting the three. They need his shooting touch here to cut into this 9-point Hornet lead. Eli Downen, shake and bake, top of the circle. Right wing to Carson Pearson. He reverses, hands it off to Downen on the right wing. Inside the arc. Thought about shooting, cut off nicely by Pelzinski's defense. Garby just wings the ball over to Connor Hawkins to the left wing. And under a minute to play, down 9, Carterville resets on the right wing, Connor Hawkins. Up top it goes, Carson Pearson now left side to Austin Garby. Behind the back dribble, loses the ball, winds up in his hands. Right-hand layup is good for Garby. Way to battle Austin Garby.
It's not how it looks, it's how it finishes, and Garby got it to go in.
It wasn't pretty by any stretch of the imagination.
Nope.
So with 30 seconds remaining, it's a 7-point game, 19-12. Carterville trails, and Nashville's Tristan Hercules will hold for the final shot here in the first half. Coming up, hopefully we'll talk to Carterville Athletic Director Brett Dial. 14-13, 12 seconds remaining in the half. They give the ball to Carson Parker. Has Garby on him defensively. Under 5 to go now. 4-3. Parker gets the pick. Takes it to the blow block. Shot blocked from Eli Downen into the hands of Preston Sumner. and that ends the first half. 19-12, Nashville with the 7-point lead. Our Murphy Wall State Bank halftime show comes up next on News Radio WJPF. Okay. If we even get him, he's running a contest now, and they still got to sweep the floor, so we'll find out. We're at the half here at Carterville High School. Dave McKenzie along with Scott Hudson. The Nashville Hornets have this game pace going exactly the way they want it. They lead 19-12 at the half, Scott Hudson.
Well, Carterville had opportunities in the first quarter especially to take a lead, force Nashville to play from behind. But Carterville shot free throws poorly in that first half, only 1 of 6 from the free throw line. They didn't shoot well from the field. Carterville shot 42% in the first half, 40% for Nashville. Both teams had a 3 in that first half. Carterville out-rebounded Nashville 11-10. Parker led Nashville with 5. Downen and Sumner both had 3 to lead the Lions. Carterville 7 turnovers, Nashville 4.
When you look at scoring for the Nashville Hornets, they were led by Carson Parker, the 6'5 senior. He's got 11 points, including 1 3-pointer. You have Neil Kibat with 2. Also, Buzz Ritzel had 4. Tristan Hercules with 2. Only 19 first-half points scored by the Nashville Hornets. For the Carterville Lions, Eli Downen with 2. Bryce Anderson, the leading scorer, he has a field goal, a free throw, and a 3-pointer. He has 6 to lead the Carterville Lions, and Austin Garvey has 4. Carterville only hangs 12 points on the first-half scoreboard.
Well, Nashville shot, let's see here, they had 8 more attempts at field goals than Carterville did. Carterville only had 2 field goals in the second quarter, only had 3 in the first. Carterville played pretty good defense. Nashville took some contested shots they missed, and they missed some open shots. But the problem is, when you play a team like like Nashville, who values every possession, when you get them to make a miss, you've got to come down and score, especially early in the game. Carterville wasn't able to do that. Carterville's only down by 7 to start this second half, but they've got to find a way to get open. Nashville is doing a very good job of keeping Carterville's offense on the perimeter. Carterville's getting nothing on the inside.
We'll continue as the Hornets lead the Carterville Lions here on our halftime show. When we come back, we'll talk to Carterville Athletic Director Brett Dial next on the Murphy Wall State Bank halftime show on News Radio WJPF.
About forgot him. Yeah. Good. About forgot you.
That's right. We're in a break right now.
Good, I got to catch my breath.
I've been that way for 2 weeks.
Well, mine's just from running up those stairs. I feel loud.
Feel loud?
Yeah. But I'm not used to the...
All right, you're back after this, and 90 before the third.
Back at the half, Carterville trails Nashville 19-12. I'm Dave McKenzie and joined with Carterville Athletic Director Brett Dow. Welcome, Brett. Well, nice to have you.
Yeah, good to be here. Happy New Year.
Yeah, same to you. Hey, I wanted to bring you on. There's so much that's going on, especially now coming out of the Christmas break. But first off, I want to talk about the Carterville girls team. What an outstanding job we saw in the pregame that Abby Crane was being recognized for her 1,000-point. They're 16-1. They're just an outstanding team.
Yeah, really, I thought in November, I thought they just, were just better than teams early on, and they're seniors. We're getting some wins, and then really the last 2 weeks, last 5 games, they're really starting to take off, and some of these margins of victory are getting pretty high. And I went over to Benton and watched them play Mount Vernon, and I looked up, and it was 18-0 and 3 minutes into the game. So they're taking care of business. They did it again today against a good Rochester team out of the Springfield area, and they're sending a message for sure that they're the real deal.
Yeah, man, I tell you what, I know you sent me a text last week. You were at a wrestling tournament here at Carterville. There's cheer competitions coming up, and I think I was told that there's going to be 3 cheer competitions hosted here at Carterville.
Yeah, in the next month. I mean, really the next 6 weeks here at the high school, it's pretty busy. We've got obviously our basketball schedules, wrestling's in full, and, then at the end of the month, we have a cheerleading competition on the 25th. We have the sectional on February 1st. We've never had that event. It's the farthest south it's ever been held. We'll have 54 schools here that day.
Wow.
Coming down from Lincoln, the Champaign area, Danville. So, it's a huge event. The week after that, we'll host the Wrestling Regional. It's a 2-day event here. And then after that, we have the girls' basketball sectional, which is huge for our girls to have a chance to win that first sectional title in school history on their own floor.
Seems like Carterville High School is really kind of building its name as a great place to host these events. Good parking, nice facilities. It seems like it's building that name recognition for that.
We take a lot of pride in it. We put into the state, that we're open to host any event that they have. This year we've already had golf, and we'll have the softball sectional in the winter, in the spring, and they know that if they need something done in the south, that we're kind of a go-to facility for them, and we're happy to do it.
Brett, it was came out today that the Pyramid Plus tournament is no more. There was plans that Carterville was going to drop out of the Pyramid after this year. What can you say about that? What do you know? What is Carterville's plans?
It's one of those things, and I try to support our coaches, and Coach Hawkins, wants to change. I understand that when you open up with the 4A #1 ranked team in the state in Collinsville, and follow that up with a great Marion team, and Mount Vernon, it's tough for our kids in 2A to open up against 4A, 3A schools, get themselves in a hole, 0-3, 0-4 right out of the gate, and just kind of lose some confidence. So, we did a full rotation on it. We were in it for 4 years, and we gave it a shot, and we tried to compete when we were a 3A school. But, now that we've dropped back down to 2A, it's not in our best interest to open like that. So we're actively looking, and there's nothing in place just yet, but we're definitely working on that.
Last question for you. I saw you send out a tweet that says football drills are starting up here for the new year. What's your first thought as you said in 2020, it's your football season coming up?
We've got a lot of guys back. We've got a lot of guys that I think are itching to get started. We've been lifting during the school day, so making some strong gains there. And starting next week, it's 2 days a week. We'll hit the speed and explosion, and we're going to get to work. It's kind of, clinic season for the coaches. We're going to go out and go to a few spots and try to fine-tune our game as a coaching staff and bring back some things to our kids. And like I said, hit it in the weight room and hit it out on the field with some speed drills and get ourselves ready to roll.
Carterville Athletic Director and football head coach, Brett Drow. Thank you so much, Brett. I appreciate it.
Thanks, Dave.
We are going to go on and take our final break, and when we return, we'll have second half action. We're at the half. Nashville Hornets, they lead the Carterville Lions 19-12 on NewsRadio WJPF.
Carrots, New England 10, Tennessee 7, midway through the second quarter.
Heading to the third quarter here at Carterville High School, and the Lions trail the Nashville Hornets 19-12, Scott Hudson.
Carterville's still in this game. You know, you'd like to see them with a lead after 3, but at least maybe within 3 or 4. Let's see what Carterville can do here in the third.
Never mind all that water on your papers over there.
That's all right. I don't care.
A drinking issue there.
I've heard that, especially at basketball games.
When you're trying to talk and take a drink at the same time, that's what
I understand. At my age, I have trouble getting dressed by myself.
19-12, Nashville's basketball. They're in their road blues, moving left to right. Hercules on the right wing, steps inside to the right elbow. His shot's no good, and Eli Downen has another rebound for the Lions. Bryce Anderson across midcourt. Hercules on him, out top, way out high is Preston Sumner. Now gets it to Downen, right side it goes to Austin Garby on the right wing. The pass to Anderson is bobbled, but he handles it. Backs it up, resets, down low. Sumner, his kick-out pass was no good. He battles for the ball. It's on the floor. It's under his back. A tie-up, a jump ball, and it stays with the Carterville Lions.
Yep, that's a turnover on Sumner, then a turnover on Nashville. As Carterville will keep the ball. Sumner got the ball. He had his back to the basket. Turn and shoot. You're a big boy. You're strong. Go up strong. You might get fouled.
Good entry pass to him. 7-point lead for the Hornets. Garby, right side to Carson Pearson. Back to Garby, and he travels with the basketball, head fake, and he had some happy feet and took off toward the bucket. It's going to give the ball back to the Nashville Hornets. This Lions broadcast brought to you by the International Brotherhood of Electrical Worker, Local 702, providing a better lifestyle for members and a better life for all. Ball up top to Carson Parker for the Hornets, behind the back dribble. He tips the ball to Hercules. That would be Tristan Hercules. Now, Buzz Ritzel, back to Parker. Left side it goes to Pelzinski. He takes it to the left elbow, puts it up. Nice smooth shot from Pelzinski. His first bucket of the game, and it's a 9-point Hornet lead. Entry pass down low to Sumner. Puts it up off the glass. He gets fouled, and that is going to be foul number 2 on the 6'5" junior forward, Jackson Goforth of the Hornets.
And that's what Sumner's got to do when he gets the ball down low. As long as the officials let the big men play, he can force his way to the inside and draw the contact.
In the last game at the El Dorado Holiday Tournament, Sumner had 10 points, an outstanding game. He misses the first free throw here.
Carterville's missed 6 free throws in a row. Some of the, well, I know at least one of those was the front end of a 1-and-1.
21-12 here in the third quarter. Both of these teams are undefeated in conference play, trying to go 3-0 as Sumner's free throw is off to the right, and we have a pushing foul on the rebound, and it's going to be on the Nashville Hornets. Kabat, I guess, is who they called. His first. The ball stays with the Lions. On the right side, Anderson's pass is tipped out of bounds by Tristan Hercules, and it's going to stay with Carterville.
Pearson's the only guard for Carterville that actually has a guy on him that's about his same size. The other guards have somebody that's taller than them, and it's hard to throw the pass over.
Bryce Anderson did a nice job to get free, but he just launches too strong from about 15 feet, and the rebound comes off to Nashville. Parker leaves it over to the left corner for Pelzinski. His shot's no good, and Carson Pearson gets the board for the Lions. Hands it to Bryce Anderson. Anderson down low to Preston Sumner, and he's fouled from behind by Gavitt, and that's going to be foul number 2 as he got into the back of Preston Sumner.
And when he fouls you, you're going to feel it.
Yeah. Number 41 for the Hornets. Boy, nice little open jumper from 18 for Carson Pearson. That's his first bucket, and it's 21-14 Nashville.
That's the most open anybody for Carterville's been tonight when they've attempted a shot. I think Pearson was stunned that there wasn't anybody right in his face.
I was stunned. I about swallowed my cough drop. Hornets have the ball on the left wing. Pelzinski looks inside, dribbles around with the right hand to the top of the key. Pulls up, now left wing it goes to Parker. He drives, little right hand layup is good from Parker. He has 13 in the game, and it's back to a 9-point lead for the Hornets. Anderson, left-hand dribble, shake and bake, top of the key, drives it to the block, leaves it left corner, goes out of bounds. They're going to say it was tipped off the hands of Buzz Lightyear, Buzz Ritzel, and Coach Wayne Hari says, no. He's pointing back the other way. That should be Nashville ball. Shane Hawkins has his arms crossed. He's not saying anything.
No. Dana Pearson made the call, and now they're going to give it to Nashville. So it's a Carterville turnover. That's 3 here in the third.
Hercules with the left-hand dribble across the timeline, far side. Inside the arc. He leaves it. Now it's on the right wing, Pelzinski. Coach Wayne Hari. As the arms waving out on the floor. Hercules, Tristan Hercules, left-hand dribble on the right wing. Nice D by Bryce Anderson. Cuts him off, leaves it for Pelzinski. Top of the circle it goes, Parker. Wide open 3 for Hercules. Too strong, air ball. Sumner with the rebound for the Lions. Centralia beat Taylorville 72-50 tonight. Oh, he lined down and gets the bucket and the foul. And can cut into this Nashville Hornet lead.
Did a good job of getting into the lane, down the left side of the lane, and then he initiated a contact, and the officials called the foul on Pelzinski. That's his second.
That's the second on Pelzinski. 23-16, and now another missed free throw for the Lions.
This is really getting to be
habit forming.
They've missed 8 in a row from the free throw line.
Continuing to trend to poor free throw shooting by this Lions team. The shot from Ritzel's no good. Now back to Pelzinski. He drives. Right-hand layup is no good, but he's fouled as they're going to call Preston Sumner on his first foul. It's going to put Terry Pelzinski, the 6'5 senior at the line, shooting 2 free throws.
Yeah, Ritzel didn't take a great shot in the lane, and he missed it, but Carterville couldn't come up with a rebound.
First free throw is short. This Lions broadcast is brought to you by Home Renew, serving all of Southern Illinois. Protect what matters most with Home Renew. Roofing, siding, storm damage repair, gutters. They'll give you peace of mind. Call 694 9100. Call home renewed. Pelzinski gets the second free throw to go. He's got 3 in the game, and it's an 8-point Hornet lead. Bryce Anderson gets it to Eli Downen. Outside the arc, it's Anderson who's going to launch from 3. Too strong. Rebound to the Nashville Hornets. It's in the hands of Isaac Turner. He'll bring it across midcourt. Gives it to Carson Parker. Parker works to the left side. Tristan Hercules looks inside. Now back to Jackson Goforth. Down low. Nice job getting the ball down low to Tristan Hercules. He's got 4 for Nashville.
He scored on at least 2, maybe 3 of those backdoor plays in the game, and he's one of the smallest players on the floor.
And push the lead to 10 points, 26-16. This Nashville Hornets team only allows 32, and well on way of holding it underneath. That is a turnover each way. Nice job by Bryce Anderson utilizing that speed. He gets a ball. Connor Hawkins for 3. Good! Big turnaround for the Lions on that. That was about a 5-point change.
Yeah, Carterville needed that basket in a big way. Now they're back to within 7.
Connor Hawkins, his first bucket. 26-19, 2.5 remaining in the third. Tristan Hercules, right side for 3 for Nashville. No good. Rebound, Carson Parker. Parker battles his way underneath the board, puts it up. It's short, gets fouled from Eli Downen from behind. And Carson Parker will go to the line for the Nashville Hornets. What a change that was on that 3 from Connor Hawkins.
Yep. But Parker got the offensive rebound. And now Hercules scores off of the inbounds play.
The foul on Carson Parker was on the floor, so he didn't go to the free throw line. And now it's 28-19, a 9-point lead for the Hornets. Connor Hawkins has the ball dribble off his foot to Eli Downen. Now to Garby in the paint. Waits, gets the defender up, banks it home. Garby has 6. And it's a 7-point Hornet lead.
Carterville's got to start getting some stops on the defensive end to cut into this 7-point lead.
Little bit of momentum with the Carterville Lions right now. Can they cut it to under 7 with 1:40 remaining? Nashville's basketball. Right wing it goes, Carson Parker. Travis Hercules cuts through, but the ball goes to the left wing. Now back to Parker on the blow block. Puts it up off the glass. No good. Long rebound to Hercules. Head fake, takes it into the paint. Shot no good. Parker battles underneath the board. He gets fouled from Austin Garby. And that's going to put Parker at the line this time.
Nashville only had 1 offensive rebound in the first half. They already have 4 here in the third quarter.
Carson Parker, 13 points in the game. This Lions broadcast brought to you by SIH, a comprehensive network of care. Visit online at SIH.net. Parker misses the front end, the first of 2 from the line. Checking out will be Isaac Turner. Coming into the game for Nashville will be Buzz Ritzel. Carson Pearson checks back in for the Lions. Parker's second free throw, no good, and the rebound off the hands of Jackson Goforth. Carterville has the basketball. Minute 23 remaining. It's a 7-point Nashville lead, 28-21. Bryce Anderson dribbles toward the left side. Now dribbles with the right hand between the circles. Takes it inside the paint, backs Hercules down. Shot is no good, but he gets fouled. The foul will be on Tristan Hercules, foul number 2. And Carson Pearson can try to improve this free throw shooting percentage.
Well, let's hope he can, because Carterville's got an opportunity to cut this lead to 5 with the clock stopped.
28-21, 28-22 as Bryce Anderson just picked up his 7th point. His second free throw of the game. Trails by 6. Second one on the way is good. 8 points now in the game for Bryce Anderson. In the last 3 games of the El Dorado Holiday Tournament, averaging about 14.5 points. Carterville trails by 5 at the 1-minute mark of the third quarter. 28-23. Nashville will try and hold for the final shot. Tristan Hercules backed up in the far corner. They go to the four-corner spread as they wait. Carterville content to set back and let time run off. Good close, entertaining ball game, and it going exactly as what the number said it would.
Yeah, if I'm down by 5, I don't let Nashville run this much time off the clock. I don't necessarily foul, but I force them to have to move the ball. That's just me.
I agree. Tristan Hercules is just standing on the far corner.
Plus, Nashville's going to get the ball to start the fourth quarter.
But the Lions and Coach Shane Hawkins content to set back. Let time go. We're at 10 seconds remaining in the third. Now Nashville will go. 8, 7, 6 on the clock. Carson Parker takes it, leaves it for Pelzinski for 3. Good. That's how you do it. They close it out strong. A big three-pointer from Terry Pelzinski, and it's 31-23 as we head to the fourth quarter. Nashville over the Lions. This is Lions basketball on News Radio WJPF. Go 90 here, Brian. Go 90.
If you care, it's Patriots 13, Tennessee 7, less than 2 minutes to go in the half.
Okay.
We honestly don't care. Paxton Guy cares.
Just underway here in the fourth quarter. The Nashville Hornets 31-23. They have the ball. The three-pointer from the right wing is no good. And Carterville comes away with the rebound. Carterville a chance to cut into this 7-point lead. 8-point lead, rather. That's not right. Yeah. I got it. Push foul.
Hey, you were within 1, so I'll give you the benefit of the doubt. We round off here.
Oh, my. Too much food during the holiday season. Just has me brain dead. Eli Downham puts the ball off the backboard. No good. He was way out of control, out of balance. And the Hornets come away with the basketball. Parker gets instruction from Wayne Hari, the head coach of the Nashville Hornets. They are 11-4 on the season. Good year so far for the Nashville Hornets. Pelzinski's going to launch from 3, hits another one. He hit the one at the end of the third, hits another big one there. He's got 9 in the game. And it's an 11-point lead for the Hornets. Carson Pearson, lob pass to Garby down on the block. Tries to back his man down. That's Parker, and Garby's going to be called for the foul on the wraparound with the left arm.
5 turnovers now on Carterville, 12 for the game. This one's starting to slip away if Carterville doesn't start getting a few stops on defense.
Length of the floor to go for Nashville. This Lions broadcast brought to you by Tony Gates State Farm. State Farm Insurance with more drivers than any other company. Get to a better state with Tony Gates and State Farm Insurance. Travis Hercules has an open lane right to the hole, lays it home with the left hand. 8 now in the game for Hercules, and Nashville starting to run away from the Lions.
Yeah, nobody picked him up. He came straight down the floor. Another turnover on Carterville.
The other way, left-hand layup is short. Pelzinski's there to put it back. 11 in the game. Shane Hawkins calls timeout. And it's a 15-point lead now for the Hornets, 38-23. It's a full. We'll be back on News Radio WJPF. Go 90, go 90. Actually 60. It was only a 30-second timeout. The Nashville Hornets have extended this lead to 15. They lead it 38-23 at the 5:50 mark. And a bucket by the Carterville Lions.
Austin Garby, a little spin move in the paint. Got it to go off the glass.
8 in the game for Garby, Nashville's basketball. Here to the right side it goes. Now top of the circle, Pelzinski. Tristan Hercules takes it from him. Pearson steps up defensively on Hercules. Now to Carson Parker. The senior, his pass to Turner. Now right wing, top of the key. Pelzinski leaves it for Turner. Right-hand dribble by Isaac Turner. Caden Hawkins on him. Turner blows by him. Corner pass, good. 3-ball is good.
And a foul on Garby.
On Austin Garby. As Buzz Ritzel hits his first three-pointer, he's got 7. Preston Sumner will come in to replace Austin Garby. And at the line will be the 6'1" junior guard, Buzz Ritzel. Cabot comes back in for Nashville. He's going to replace Isaac Turner. Free throw is good from Ritzel. He completes the three-point play. 42-25, 5:05 remaining in the game. Bryce Anderson shot from the right elbow, no good. Rebound comes out long to Buzz Ritzel. He gives the ball to Hercules. He dribbles toward the right side now. He blows right by Caden Hawkins. Hawk getting beat by a couple of steps. The ball in the paint, a double dribble called on Neil Cabot. Turnover on Nashville.
Only their third in the second half, only their 7th in the game. Carterville with 13.
Next week, next Friday night, the Lions will be home on Friday to face Sparta. Saturday, Scott and I will drive to Chester.
Straight through Murfreesboro, keep going west, young man.
Keep on going. Preston Sumner, little hook in the paint. A timeout is called by Shane Hawkins. And Sumner hit the little baby hook. 42-27. It's going to be a 60-second break. It is a full timeout at the 4:26 marks. 42-27. Nashville on top of the Lions on News Radio WJPF. There's our 90. Okay. All right. Hey, if you're watching online, thank you very much. Hope you're having a good night. Happy New Year.
What do you think? Do I get one more or not?
No, they're coming out.
Coming back.
.42-27 at the 4:26 mark Here in the fourth quarter, Nashville, they're about 4 points away from their average, and they're holding Carterville under what they allow.
And Nashville's hit 3 threes in this second half to kind of open things up.
And they have the ball coming out of the timeout. Tristan Hercules, the right corner up high. Now right side it goes to the left wing up top. Now back to Hercules right wing. To the top of the key, that's Pelzinski. Right side, right wing, that is Ritzel. Ritzel, right hand dribbles out. Up top, Carson Parker picks it up from there. Eli Dowden on Parker defensively. That's been a good matchup, but it's been Carson Parker getting the best of Dowden here this evening. Nice pass down low, low block. Oh, bunny shot is no good from Ritzel. And Preston Sumner gets the board. Lions basketball. 3:40 remaining in the game. Eli Dowden. Top of the circle. Right side of the circle. 3 ball from Bryce Anderson is good. That's the second 3 in the game from Anderson. 11 points, and Carterville's pulled to within 12.
Carterville's not going to go away. They're going to play hard till the end.
Carson Parker brings it across the timeline, kicks it right corner to Hercules. Hercules back to Parker. Right, the left wing, now to the left corner. Isaac Turner to Tristan Hercules, back to Turner. He loses the handle, turnover on the Hornets, quickly the other way. Carson Pearson, right hand dribble across the timeline, hands it to his teammate Bryce Anderson, who just hit the big 3. Another one would put the Lions within single digits. Jumper from Anderson's no good. Rebound to Isaac Turner. And a timeout is taken by Coach Wayne Hari and the Nashville Hornets. 42-30 is the score. It's a 30-second timeout. This is Lions basketball on NewsRadio WJPF. Okay. (42-30), the Hornets lead the Carterville Lions by 12 at the 2:42 mark here in the game. Coming up, we'll have our Orthopedic Institute's post-game show. We'll talk to Coach Shane Hawkins. We'll name our Joe's Lawn Care and Snow Removal star of the game. 42-30, 12-point lead. Nashville basketball. Parker, now right side to Turner, now to Hercules. Caden Hawkins back into the game for the Lions. Hercules way out top. They work it around to the left side of the floor. That's Turner. Now to Parker. Carson Parker. Nashville's just going to run their offense, it looks like. They're working the passing perimeter game. Spreading it out. The four-corner offense is set up. Carterville's got to come out and defend. 2:02 remaining in the game. A 12-point lead for the Hornets. Exactly what Coach Wayne Hari was looking for in a win.
Yep. Play suffocating defense. Take advantage of the shots you get, which Nashville didn't really shoot the ball that well in the first half, but they have shot the ball much better in the second half. And, they're just a good team.
Caden Hawkins fouls Tristan Hercules. Connor Hawkins is going to check into the game, replacing Carson Pearson. And it seemed like Carterville waited a long time to foul, as they're going to put Nashville at the line and make them earn it at the stripe. Tristan Hercules has 8 points in the game, misses the free throw, and Eli Downing gets the board for the Lions. So that's how the game will end. It'll be putting Nashville at the free throw stripe. Minute 35, Carterville's got to score, though. They can't waste time on possessions. They got to get it. Bryce Anderson up top, left-hand dribble, left wing. Now has the baseline cut off nicely by Hercules. Downen takes it to the low block. Up off the glass, little runner from Downen as he banks it home. 6 for Eli. Timeout Lions. 42-32 is our score. Let's just keep it here. Scott Hudson and talk about this Lions team. They're 7-6 coming into tonight's action, starting to get into the meat of the schedule now, where we'll have regular games for 2-3 games a week. Talk about what you're seeing from this Lions team.
Well, I thought they had played very well in the El Dorado Holiday Tournament, especially the last 2 games. I thought maybe the last 2 games in El Dorado might have been their best 2 games of the year as far as from first quarter to the fourth quarter. You knew this was going to be a tough matchup tonight because Nashville's so big. Their bigs can come out on the floor offensively and defensively. Carterville's had very few looks offensively on the perimeter to shoot the ball tonight. I thought, again, this was a game that if Carterville was going to win, they had to take advantage of something that Nashville didn't do well, especially early in the game. Nashville did not shoot the ball well in the first quarter, but Carterville did not either, and I think that ultimately will be why Carterville loses this game if they do end up losing.
Next Friday night, the Sparta Bulldogs come to town, and that kind of puts an end to the run of home games for Carterville. We'll start hitting the road now for the next few weeks, and then Saturday, we're going to travel to Chester to take on the Yellow Jackets.
Yeah, a team that came in here last year and beat Carterville, so Carterville will be looking for a little bit of revenge.
On Thursday, the seedings for the Massac County Superman Classic will be coming out. We'll have those for you next weekend on our broadcast Friday night and Saturday night. 70 seconds remaining. Nashville has the basketball and the 10-point lead, 42-32. Shane Hawkins coming up on our post-game show. And again, we'll name our Joe's Lawn Care and Snow Removal star of the game. A foul on Austin Garby out top. He had to come out and foul. It's going to be foul number 4 on Garby. And it's going to put Carson Parker at the line shooting free throws.
And I think Carterville has a good chance of winning both games next weekend. You're playing a Sparta team that has really struggled so far this year. You get a Chester team that is good, but not as good as last year. And even though you got to go on the road, I think it's a winnable game. So,
Scott Hudson, could it be the end of an era? At the half, Tennessee 14, New England 13 in the wild card, AFC wild card.
We shall see.
Second free throw from Parker's no good. 50 seconds remaining. Carterville has the ball. Connor Hawkins will launch a long 3 off the front of the iron. The rebound comes off to Tristan Hercules. And the Hornets are going to push their record to 12-4 on the season, 3-0 in the River to River Mississippi Division Conference. Carterville will see its record even back up at 500. They'll be 7-7 overall, 2-1 heading into next Friday night's conference game against the Sparta Bulldogs. Right-hand layup from Buzz Ritzel's good. 10 for Ritzel. And with 14 seconds remaining, Nashville is going to come away with a win here at Carterville. Anderson takes it to the hole. Right-hand layup is good. Bryce Anderson with 13, and that's going to be the ball game. 45-34, the 11-point win for Coach Wayne Hari and the Nashville Hornets. Post-game show is next on News Radio WJPF.
It's 90-90-60, but actually I think we'll do it 90 Joe 60-90.
Okay. 45-34, the final score here at Carterville High School. The Nashville Hornets now 12-4 overall. Scott Hudson, they're 3-0 in the Mississippi division of the River to River Conference. And, the Hornets are as advertised. They don't score a lot, but they don't allow a lot, and that's exactly what we saw tonight.
Yeah, textbook Nashville tonight. They aren't the most interesting team to watch if you're coming out and want to see a lot of shots put up, a lot of razzle-dazzle. They just come out and they play fundamentally sound basketball, and they have for a long time. And Carterville played well in the first half. Not great, but played well. But that third quarter really got to Carterville as Nashville started to pull away in that second half. Carterville, this has got a little bit of surprise. Carterville shot 52% from the field. The problem is Carterville attempted 14 less shots from the field than Nashville did. Nashville shot 44% from the field. Free throw line, it's ugly. Carterville only 27% from the line, 50% for Nashville, which isn't great. Nashville out-rebounded Carterville 23-19. Parker led Nashville with 8. Downing and Sumner had 5 each to lead Carterville. Turnovers, 13 for Carterville, 8 for the Hornets.
When you look at the scoring, first we'll look at the visiting Nashville Hornets. They were led tonight, of course, by the 6'5 senior Carson Parker. He winds up with 14 in the game. Buzz Ritzel had 10. Tristan Hercules had 8. Jackson Goforth not on the board points-wise, but then Pelzinski winds up with 11, and Neil Cabot with 2, 45 points scored by the Nashville Hornets here tonight against Carterville. For the Lions, it is Bryce Anderson, the leading scorer, 13 points tonight for the junior guard. Austin Garby with 8 points. Carson Pearson had 2. Connor Hawkins had 3. Eli Downen had 6. Preston Sumner added 2. Carterville could only score 34 points in the game. Good game from the Nashville Hornets. You got to give it to them.
Yeah, they're just a very good basketball team on both ends of the floor. Downen, they had a guy on him inside that was at least as tall as he was. When he gets the ball on the perimeter, they've got a guy guarding him out there that is not only as tall or taller, but also very quick. So it's tough for Eli and really any of the Carterville bigs to do anything tonight, whether it be the perimeter on the inside. Anderson with a nice game. He's had 3 or 4 games consecutive now where he's played well. And, if Carterville would have won this game, it would have been considered an upset. They didn't win, but they didn't get blown out. So I look at next weekend, you got a chance to go 2 games above the 500 mark and get another conference win next Friday night against Sparta.
45-34, the final here. We'll continue on our post-game show. Coming up here in just a couple of minutes, we'll talk to head coach Shane Hawkins. But when we return, Scott and I will name our Joe's Lawn Care and Snow Removal Star of the Game. That's coming up next on News Radio WJPF. Okay.
I got to go with Parker.
I agree.
He had 8 rebounds, too.
You want one of those?
No, I'm good. I got water. I'll drown myself if I have to.
Okay. (45-34) the final score. Nashville gets a win over the Carterville Lions. Scott and I will name our Joe's Lawn Care and Snow Removal Star of the Game.
I think you got to go with Carson Parker. I think he had 14 points, 8 rebounds. He came into the game averaging 15 points. So he's right at his average, Led the team with 8 boards. He just was a beast on both ends of the floor. He's just a really good, solid basketball player. He's hard to defend, and he defends very well. So Carson Parker, our Joe's Lawn Care and Snow Removal star of the game.
Rain or shine, sleet or snow, call Joe. Call 618-534-8148. Joe was just hanging out up here during the ball game for most of the game. But Carson Parker, our Joe's Lawn Care and Snow Removal star of the game. Joe's Lawn Care and Snow Removal, owned by Joe and Lindsay Buchanan of Carterville for over 20 years. They have been serving Southern Illinois proudly. They specialize in commercial and residential lawn care, landscape maintenance, tree trimming, snow removal. Plus, they'll do equipment repair, bush hogging, property maintenance. They will do it all. If you need their services, give them a call. Or if you have questions, call 618-534-8148. Rain or shine, sleet or snow, call Joe's Lawn Care and Snow Removal. Carson Parker is our Joe's Lawn Care and Snow Removal star of the game. Looking at a couple of final scores tonight, Centralia topped Taylorville 72-50. Let's see here. Salem over Heron 56-53 tonight.
Is that a final?
That's a final. That was at Salem, I do believe.
Yes, it was at Salem.
And here tonight, it was 45-34. The Carterville Lions drop the game to the Nashville Hornets. Again, Friday night, the Sparta Bulldogs will be here at Carterville. And then on Saturday, Scott and I will make the trip over to Randolph County, to Chester High School, to take on, is Reed's Harvest House still open?
You know, I'm not for sure.
The name just kind of popped into my head there. But we'll be at Chester on Saturday evening with Carterville Lions basketball here on News Radio WJPF. We're awaiting the head coach, Shane Hawkins, who still in the locker room with his Carterville Lions. I think he's going to think they let one get away tonight. But, as we mentioned several times, this game went exactly as the numbers said it would go. Yeah,
it did. And if you look back at another game that Carterville may have let get away, that would be the Heron game. Carterville led by 2.5, but they left so many points on the floor because they shot free throws so poorly. Tonight, Carterville shot free throws poorly again, only 1 of 8 in the first half. And I thought even if they shot the ball a little bit better from the field, they probably could have had the lead or been close at halftime. But it seems like in the last 2 games that Carterville has lost, the game has almost been decided in the first quarter of those 2 games because Carterville's not a team that's able to come from behind and beat a team. They just don't have the offensive weapons against a team like Nashville to come from behind. So if Carterville can get off to better starts, I think they're going to win a few ball games.
When I look at my score sheets here, Scott, though, the one thing I don't see as many of as we've seen in the past is the check marks for turnovers for the Carterville Lions.
Yeah,
a little better job tonight.
They had 7 in the first half, 6 in the second half. They're doing a better job of taking care of the basketball. That's step one. Now you've got to turn those possessions into points more often than not. And as I said, Carterville shot 52% from the field. That's very good. And most nights, 52% from the field, you're going to get a win. But when you play a Nashville team that's going to get more opportunities than you because they hit the glass so well on the offensive end, they're going to get more opportunities. So, you know, this game was not a complete, oh my gosh, what was that? Carterville did some good things tonight. It's just they ran into a better team, and you got to give Nashville credit.
Absolutely. 45-34, the final score here at Carterville. We're going to go on and take our final break. Hopefully Shane Hawkins will come around the corner, and it'll all time out perfectly as we continue here on our post-game show as the Hornets knock off the Carterville Lions here this evening. This is the Orthopedic Institute post-game show. This is Lions basketball on News Radio WJPF.
I think he's not coming.
All right, you're good to get out.
Okay. I'm not going to wait around forever for him.
Yeah, I wouldn't either.
Just give him a couple minutes here. Rich Heron in the house tonight.
Yep.
(45-34), the final score here at Carterville High School. The Nashville Hornets, Coach Wayne Hari, they are now 12-4 on the season. They're 3-0 in conference play. Carterville will even the record back up 7-7 overall. They are 2-1 in conference. So right now, I'm not exactly sure if Pinckneyville was playing tonight. Actually, I may have that. But it's Pinckneyville and Nashville that are atop of the conference. Nashville 3-0. Pinckneyville is 3-0 after their win last night over Sparta. And coming up on January 10th in conference play, of course, Carterville will host Sparta. DuQuoin will be at Anna Jonesboro. Pinckneyville will be at Nashville. That may be a pretty good game right there. We'll have to see.
I think anytime Pinckneyville and Nashville meet up in basketball, it's going to be packed, and it's going to be exciting basketball. So those two teams are ahead of the pack. Carterville's still right there, and Carterville looking to get another conference win next Friday night here against the Sparta Bulldogs.
45-34, the final score next Friday. Sparta here at Carterville. And then on Saturday, the Lions will take on the Yellow Jackets at Chester. We'll have both of the games here on News Radio WJPF. For our producer engineer back at the studio, for my broadcast partner, Scott Hudson, it looks like Coach is tied up in the locker room. We'll try to get some words and get them for you on News Radio WJPF and 103.5 ESPN coming up Monday. 45-34, the final score. Nashville over the Carterville Lions. I'm Dave McKenzie. Have a great rest of your weekend, and we'll talk to you next Friday night here from Carterville High School. Thank you for listening to Lions basketball on News Radio WJPF.
All right, gentlemen, that rebooting definitely helped on the cutout. So